At this time, it's a pleasure to bring up Miss Ashley Clark. Ashley is a full-time mother and an activist. She's the second wife, which I don't think we've had any cheers for the second wife. We know what hell they go through. So Ashley's the second wife, and upon realizing how unfair the current custody statutes are, which never even considered her children, she formed Mothers for Shared Parenting. Would you please welcome a hero, Miss Ashley Clark.
Hi, thank you very much for having me. I'm honored to be here today. I stand in front of you. I'm a mother, I'm a stepmother, I'm a partner, I'm a wife, I'm a second wife. I'm also a future grandmother. As the old Native American saying goes, we've only borrowed the future from our children, and I'm fighting not just for me, for my stepchildren, but I'm also fighting for my children. I don't want my son to ever have to go through this. I don't want my daughter to ever have to experience what any of us have experienced. I do not want them to inherit the current system, and I can do something to change that. I can do it, you can do it. That's why we're all standing here today. I don't want their families ripped apart like mine was. I don't want them taking a 3-week-old baby to court to fight unfair custody charges. It's not fair. It wasn't fair to me. It won't be fair to them. And it's not going to happen because we are all, as a group, going to make it change. We are here today. This is the rally. This is the call for change. We are here, we're standing up, and we are the first step. This is the first year, it's only going to get bigger from here. These men and women who have worked so hard to put this together, it's only going to get bigger and better from here. I worry about my children, I worry about my own family, I worry about my stepchildren, who I haven't seen, one of them in over 2 years. Anyone who thinks that parental alienation syndrome isn't real, they haven't experienced it yet. One of my goals as a parent is to raise my children to be empathetic people and to show empathy for those around them. We practice it every day in our house and everything that we do. And my dream is that we will have an empathetic court system and justice system, that the people sitting behind the benches will have empathy for those of us out here and understand and know what we're going through and actually care what happens to us and to our children. That's why I work so hard. I'm an activist on a lot of levels. And one of my main levels is that I support my partner in a lot of his grassroots effort. He's a hard worker. You're going to hear him speak later today. But one of our main goals is for Mothers for Shared Parenting right now is we're supporting grassroots political candidates. I firmly believe that we can't just make one big change at all. We are going to have to take these steps. We have to have these rallies. We have to show up here. We have to get people in office who are friendly to what we're experiencing. Those people who are empathetic to our cause. So, I grew up in Wyoming, and an old cowboy once told me that you don't move that whole pile of crap over there all at once. You move it one wheelbarrow full at a time, and you do it by starting at the bottom. You don't get up to the top and start shoveling it down because then you're covered in crap. So let's make sure that we're starting from the bottom. This is it. Our political candidates, go to your local town, go to your local county, get involved in your election process. Vote. That's a big thing. Show your support. Walk out on election day and show those candidates that you care. Your judges, most of them are elected. If you don't like them, change them. Get out there, walk the streets, carry petitions, campaign for them. It doesn't have to be about money. It can be about time. And we can only change it one candidate at a time. I also want to talk to you about changing the paradigm. And I want to shift our focus from talking about men versus women or fathers versus mother. I'm a mother. I've been abused by the system, and I don't even have children in the system. I am a second wife, as I was introduced as, but my current children, my children are suffering, and I want them I want to talk about the children, and I want to talk about how that we're not men and women and parents versus each other. We are talking about children and children's rights. We're talking about children deserve two parents. Children deserve to see those parents. Children deserve to have a supportive family structure no matter what. I don't care if you can't get along with your ex. Your children deserve their support, their family support. They deserve their cousins, their sisters, their brothers, their aunts and uncles, their grandparents. Let's change it. This is the rally call. This is it. This document, Family Preservation and Reconciliation Act of 2007, this is what you take. You take it to your congressman, you take it to your senator, you say, I believe in this, I want it passed, and I vote.
This next gentleman coming up is a pleasure to introduce him. An hour and a half ago, I suffered from lightness of the head. I hadn't eaten all day long, and he heard me cry out to the skies that I was hungry and gave me a sandwich. So with that, I'm very proud to introduce a children's rights advocate from New York State. Would you please welcome my now good friend, Mr. Greg Fisher.
Hey, how you doing? Okay. I want to give you some action steps, things that we're going to do to change the system. One is vote. Vote! Vote every day. Be active. Vote every day. Help a candidate get in, help a candidate get out. If you don't like them, get them out. If you like them, get them in. If they're on our issue, get them in. Become a single issue voter. Tell them you're a single-issue voter. Tell them you have friends that are single-issue voters. Vote them in, vote them out. Okay? Get involved in groups. Join at least a few groups. Work with other people. Never vote for cowards that will not take on this issue. Don't vote for them. If you have to go in a voting booth and go, take the big red lever and go this way and close the curtain, take the big red lever and go that way and open the curtain. None of the above. That's fine. None of the above. Stop voting for the lesser of the evils. In or out. Next, register in a major party. I know you got a lot of principles and you don't like the major parties. Too bad. Register in a major party. The other parties don't have the assets to get people elected. They can't get people elected. Register in a major party, Democrat or Republican, vote any way you want, register in a major party, then hijack it. Take it over. Get involved, help the candidates you like, dump the candidates you don't, hijack it. Clear?
Clear.
Next thing. See this? AFL-CIO. How many are involved in a union? How many are involved in a union? If you are involved in a union, hijack that too. The unions use their strike time to help some candidates get in and other candidates get out. Make sure they help your candidate. We're starting what we're calling the Equal Parenting Party, an independent party, and we may endorse a major party candidate, and we may run our own. But for 08, we will have an Equal Parenting Party presidential candidate, and we'll be active in every single state. So if you can be a leader, help us do this. So anybody who hasn't gotten a form, to get me their information, email, address, phone numbers, fax numbers, however I can get in touch with you, get in touch with me. Run for office yourself. Run for office. It's not that difficult.
Bush did it.
Right. Bush did it. Carter did it. A lot of presidents did it. Takes a very, very small group to get powerful people elected, really. So run for office. And it doesn't matter if you're running for tax collector or dog catcher or assessor or county supervisor or whatever it is, run for office. Get your friend to run for office. Get your family members to run for office. If you can't find a good candidate, be one. Run for office. If you don't know how, I'll help you. Clear? Stop voting for the lesser of the evils. None of the above. Pull the big red lever to one side, pull it back, walk out. None of the above. Tell everybody else in that poll that you're voting for none of the above. Work hard at this. Vote every day. Organize, email, work the blogs, talk to people. That's what it's going to take. Become a single issue, maniacal candidate. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. It's not that tough. I'm already a Democratic candidate for council in my town. I have a family court judge running in Nassau County on the Equal Parenting Party. Send a message. Send a message. That's about it. Take care.